I am a simple person. When I see a shell challenge, I do a shell challenge. If you don't know what a shell challenge is, essentially a person makes a box of a house, of some sort of builds some weird walls, makes a little shell of something, puts it on the gallery, and then people download it and try and turn it into something else while keeping all of the same walls. It's one of my favorite things to do because it's so funny how this same box can become so many different things. And one of my friends, SpringSims, posted this. Now keep in mind, I'm a little bit late to this party. I streamed this on Twitch a little bit ago. I am certain that his shell challenge is over now. He's gonna do more of them in the future, I assume. And I will of course link Steven's channel down below. I think that Steven is one of my favorite people in the Sims community. He's great, you will love him. Please go follow him on both Twitch and YouTube. But he built this box, and like I said, when I see a box, I use the box. And so I tried to do this shell challenge. And here I was thinking it would be super easy. When I downloaded it, I was like, oh my god, this is a house. Easy, no way, I can totally do this. And then when I tried to actually roof it, I realized that I was wrong and dumb, but it was a really fun challenge to do. And he said in the rules that there were a few themes to pick from. And you can see his comment says, rustic, jungle, post-apocalyptic, the eras, futuristic, suburban, or nifty. And when I was looking at the shell, I noticed that it kind of looks like Texas. I don't know if you can tell, but it looks like Texas. Honestly, both floors look like Texas. And I got so excited about that. So I was like, I'm gonna make a rustic house. And I had so much fun doing this. So let's just jump straight into the build, shall we? I must say that I think this might be one of the hardest times I've had with floor plans, ever. I don't know what it was. I had to cut the entire floor plan part out of this video because I full on spent 40 minutes in real life, real time, trying to figure out the floor plan. I don't know what it was, but the house, obviously it's kind of a weird shape. And most of the time when I'm building houses, I one, made the shape myself, and then two, kind of build the shape with a floor plan in mind. But obviously this house is just a bunch of random boxes and bump outs. And so I didn't have a rhyme or reason to any of them. And I really struggled to try and figure it out. You'll also see that I really struggle with the roofing in the back. There was this one part in the back that I just could not figure out a roof for. So I had the whole front done, I was ready, and then I was getting to the back and I was like, Steven, how could you have done this to me? How dare you? And I was getting so stressed out, but I feel like I finally figured it out. I honestly just left it for a while, and then I was like, you know what? We'll make it a chimney. And sure, maybe the fireplace doesn't line up with the chimney, but you know what? That's not my problem. It's Steven's problem. Because he built this shell and he did this to me. You don't need to have fireplaces near the chimney. That doesn't. No, I can put a chimney wherever I want. I am known to do that in my Sims builds. I put a chimney where it looks good from the outside. I put a fireplace where it looks good from the inside. And sometimes those are different places. Again, does it make sense? No, but it's The Sims and I do what I want. So I really struggled with that part, but I finally figured out the roofing with the chimney in place and stuff. And then I get to the inside and I just could not do it. So you'll see there's gonna be a cut and then all of a sudden there's gonna be a floor plan everywhere. I want you to know that I did and redid and deleted and redid and deleted and redid that floor plan so many times. I just couldn't figure out where to put the stupid stairs. Something about it, I just couldn't do it. There was just too many small rooms upstairs. There was a weird little fake balcony that I put that I wanted to have a door, and it was just really causing me a lot of problems. But I finally got there in the end. It just took a lot of fiddling to get to it. Also, I built this before the window update, which is kind of sad, because that, for one, dates this video. It really severely dates this speed build. I've got so many backlogged speed builds that I streamed on Twitch at one point, and now I'm trying to slowly post on YouTube. But this shell was due on September 2nd, I think. So again, I kind of am dating the speed build a little bit. Obviously it's old, but you know what? It's still a fun build, and I enjoyed it. Honestly, I don't think it looks that good from the outside, but the shell challenge part, that still stands. I just love a good shell challenge. The fact that I could make this into this weird Texas house, which isn't even that rustic or Texas themed. I don't really know where I was going with that, but I tried my best. It just didn't really work out in the end. I'm I don't know what this house is supposed to be, but it's not what I was originally going for. But either way, I could make this into this Texas looking house, whereas someone else can make it into a movie theater or a bar or a gym. Someone can make it into a beautiful Victorian home or a fancy modern house. And at the end of the day, it's all the same house. The box is the same. You might have rotated it. You could have put it on a bigger lot or smaller lot, but the only rule is just to not change the existing walls. So like you can really do whatever you want, and I love that about shell challenges. I've done a bunch of my own on my channel where I've like made a shell and then had you guys furnish it. So I can link some of the past ones down below, but I think you would really enjoy to watch the shell challenge tours that I've done, because I tour these builds these people do, and I pick like 10 builds that these amazingly talented people have done. One person has like an alien spaceship, the other person's got a beautiful cottage, and it's the exact same house. I just think it's so fun how it's like just this one box that people have taken and just been so creative with. I think that's one of the best parts of The Sims, is just the fact that people can be so creative, and we all have these same tools, but we do so many cool, interesting, different things with them. Like, I mean, I might love to build suburban houses, and maybe you love to build alien spaceships, and that's totally cool, and like, you can do it, we both can do it super well, because we've got all these cool things and cool tools to do it with. I don't know, I just love that about this game. Is it too soon to talk about alien spaceships? Are we over the Star Wars thing yet? Is it too soon? Are we okay? I'm sorry, I won't talk about it. Do you know what I'm thinking about as I'm watching this speed build back? I'm like looking at myself struggling to figure out shapes and stuff, and I'm just like throwing it back to when I streamed this and like the stress that I was feeling with trying to do the floor plan. I wanted it to be a kind of closed off floor plan because I figured it made sense for the house. I wanted it to seem kind of small inside. I wanted it to seem a little bit older. I didn't want to have like some ultra modern, like super open concept floor plan. Like, I wanted it to seem a little bit like an older house, right? And a lot of times older houses have a slightly more closed off floor plan. This isn't even really a closed off floor plan. Like, there's no like doors. When I think of like a closed off floor plan, I think of like a big hallway that has like a door into the kitchen and a door into the dining room, and like this house isn't like that. But it also isn't just like one big great room with like the kitchen, living, dining all in a row. And so I wanted to kind of split it up a little bit, and so I used a half bathroom, which you probably saw on the inside, to like break it up, but then it became a full bathroom, and then it became this like giant box in the center of the house, and like it started out as just a little 3x1 tile thing that I slowly kept expanding. I don't know what it was, I just really struggled this time. But you'll see that unlike usual, I feel like most of the time I'll do the floor plan, I'll furnish the house, I'll do the whole thing, and then I'll come and do the outside and landscape and paint the outside and stuff. But I was like so bitter and angry about the floor plan that I did it, and then I was like, forget it, I'm landscaping. And I just came outside into the landscaping, which I feel like is rare for me. A lot of times I will, again, like build the whole house and then come on to the landscaping. I kind of do building in a weird order. Like, I oftentimes will leave like the painting of the walls until very last, and that bothers people a lot, like especially when I'm streaming, because they'll come back and be like, you didn't paint the walls, you forgot, oh my god, paint them. And then I'm like, oh no, I didn't, I'm just gonna do that in about an hour when I finish. So we'll get there, we're just not there yet. Which is so stupid. Like, I don't know what it is. I feel like I'm unhappy with the wall paint options we have, and I wish that we had more, and so I just like put it off. But also, I don't know, I like to furnish the room for some reason before I paint it, which I feel like is a really backwards plan. Like, I think a lot of times, like in real life too, you might pick a paint color and then buy furniture. I don't know. But like in The Sims, when I'm playing, I want to have, you know, a certain bed, and then I'll decide what color the walls should be afterward, which again bothers people a lot. Because when I'm streaming, I'll just have like the entire house unpainted the whole time, and they keep coming in chat being like, why? Fix it, why? I feel kind of bad, but then the more they complain, the like less I want to paint the walls, and then I just put it off even longer. I mean, that's my toxic trait, is when people ask me to do things in Twitch chat, I just actively choose not to do them. It's like, oh, you don't like the pink couch that I placed as a filler so I can figure out if the room fits? Well, now I'm just gonna keep the pink couch. Sorry you don't like it, but you were mean, so it stays. I do that too, though. I feel like a lot of times when I'm trying to furnish a room, I'll put like filler furniture in it. So I'll like put down a rug and then like 2 sofas just to see like, does the rug and sofa layout I want fit here? Or I'll put like some random counters in a kitchen and just see like, do I like how it looks when there's counters along this wall? Because sometimes like you might need to adjust the room, make it bigger, make it smaller or whatever. So I oftentimes will do that. Like, I'll put like a rug down, and then in this case the dining table or whatever, and then I just like leave it with the filler furniture forever. And then again, because I'm streaming on Twitch, people will come in chat and be like, why is there a pink couch in the living room? Because they didn't know that I just placed it as like a filler. And then I have to be like, oh, don't worry, I'm gonna change it, just not yet. This is my chaotic evil, is intentionally leaving ugly couches in my house just to bug people in my chat who want me to change them. And I do change them, just later. And I take longer and longer depending on how many people ask me to, you know? Oh, the other weird thing about this house is the fact that there's like a little balcony upstairs, and the balcony is in the kids' room. It's also kind of a fake balcony. I don't know if you remember the outside of the house. There's like a little like 2-tile wide, 2x1, like just 2 square fake balcony. There's a door to it. I wanted to keep the door to it, even though your Sims can't actually really do anything out there. But I was really struggling with how I wanted to lay that out because the room is very small. And so I was like, I don't know where to put a bed without blocking the door to the balcony, but there's a door to the room, so I can't fit a nightstand anywhere. And so I was just really struggling going back and forth on how to try to fit things. It isn't even that small of a house. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom house. There's an office downstairs. Like, it's a pretty decent sized home, to be honest. But I think a lot of the rooms are pretty small. Like, the dining room's kind of small. The bedrooms are kind of small. Like, the office is really small. It's just 3x3. A lot of times I have bathrooms that are bigger than the office in this house, you know? Again, it's not my fault. Blame SpringSims. It's Steven's fault. Speaking of SpringSims, he's the person who made this shell. On Twitch, he was doing the 300 baby challenge for a while, where he had a Sim trying to get 300 other Sims pregnant. Oh my god, I can't believe it. But you look at his title and it's like, 300 baby challenge? Are you okay? Took me 5 years to do the 100 baby challenge. Granted, like, he wasn't trying to raise the Sims or anything, but it made me laugh a lot each time I'd see his stream and he's just sitting there trying to do the 300 baby challenge. No big deal. It's really casual, normal hobbies, you know, having 300 babies in The Sims. That kind of goes back to what I was talking about earlier with, like, some people make alien spaceships and some people make blue suburban houses. Some people try to have 300 babies. Like, I think it's so fun how The Sims can be played in so many different ways. And it's just, it all passes. It's like, oh yeah, the 300 baby challenge. Of course, yeah, of course. Obviously, that exists, yeah. I will tell you right now that I will never, ever, ever in a million years ever attempt that. I did try on Twitch for a while to have a Sim, like, impregnate as many Sims as possible. I was playing with Don Lothario and I was having him go around and trying to get every Sim in the whole world pregnant. It took me long even just to do that. Like, I'm kind of a slow Sims player. I think that's my problem. I'm pretty fast at building, but I'm not very fast at, like, actually playing the game. Especially when I'm streaming, because I, like, get distracted and I talk to chat and all of a sudden I'm, like, building a new house for Don Lothario even though I was supposed to be trying to have babies, and, like, I don't know. I guess that's the point though, right? I mean, the point is to have fun with it. If you're having fun going around and making new houses, that's fine. However, it's not very good for the speed portion of it. So, you know. But we know that. I'm not great at that. Took me 5 years to do the 100 baby challenge, okay? Like, no one thought it was gonna be speedy. I'm sitting here looking at the backyard while I'm building too, and I'm remembering that so often in my builds, this is an apology by the way, because so often in my Sims builds, I put fences, right? But instead of having a gate, I just have it be like an open 2-tile square. And that bothers so many people so much. And I'm sorry, I just dislike the gate options, okay? They're not good. They don't match anything. Until I get a new gate that matches that new base game fence they gave me, I just will simply not put gates. I will just have a 2-tile open space, and that's fine. It's The Sims. No one can break into your backyard. You're fine. But I know that bugs people so much, and I respect that. I appreciate that. I'm sorry. I don't like it. I don't like how it looks, so I just won't use them. That's my solution. But you know what I'm talking about. We have 2 base game fences that are very similar. One that we've had in the game since the game came out, and another one that they added really recently, I think like around Get Famous time, and that one is super cheap. It's like 20 simoleons. But there's no gate that matches it. So we've got all these swatches of fence, but no swatch of gate that matches. And the other one, there's like a white, light brown, and dark brown swatch on the fence. But the gate has like 2 white swatches and then the light brown and dark brown. But the white swatch has a blue door or a brown door and white pillars. There's no solid white gate. And so you can't just have a blue fence gate on like just any house. Some houses are like yellow, you know, and you don't want blue. You want a solid white one, but there isn't a solid white one. And so I just don't use one. I'll never understand that though, like why they added this 2 separate white swatches, but neither of them is actually white. I don't understand. I love the white and blue and the white and brown. It's nice to have that option sometimes, but why don't I just have white? Why isn't there just a plain white one? I think that's the case for a lot of things in The Sims. Like, we wanted a plain white shelf for so long and we just didn't have one, and they finally updated it a while ago. It's like a weird oversight where like we didn't have a solid white and black swatch on all the doors until recently. Like, it's like they just forget. I don't know. I mean, granted, there are a lot of items in the game and like that's easy to do. And I love a good, fun, colorful swatch, but sometimes you just need a plain one. Like, just a plain brown, plain white, plain black swatch. Like, the white and black especially is so useful because it matches like everything. That's all I need. I'm a simple person. I like shell challenges and I like plain swatches in The Sims. I sit here complaining about neutral swatches like every single day, especially with rugs. We have so many rugs that have amazing fun patterns, but like I just need more neutral rugs. So many people in real life and like so many houses just have nice, somewhat neutral, maybe a small pop of color, but like mostly neutral rugs. And in The Sims, it's like, here's a pink striped rug, which works for some rooms, I know, but like not all rooms. I feel like if we had even like a just light beige, very subtle pattern, it could be striped even, just very subtle, I would use that all the time. And I'd take a pink swatch on it too, but I just need some more neutrals. All I ask is that I get some more neutrals. A nice light cream colored rug, you know, oh, stunning. And things don't get stained in The Sims. So like, while you might not choose to have a white sofa and light cream colored rug in real life, there's no stains in The Sims. Your pets aren't gonna ruin your rugs, so you can have whatever you want. And I want a light cream rug. Anyway, I'm done complaining. Let's go take a look at what I actually did with the shell though, like the final finished product. Oh, hang on, I should put a cheat on. bb.move objects on, just in case. Oh, maybe I should go to, hang on, I was gonna place it here, but this isn't the right lot size. This is the actual lot where I built it. Again, it's not that good. It's like fine. I don't know. I've definitely done better. But I like the shape of the house. I think the landscaping is cute too with like the sunflowers and stuff. I love the back. I thought it was so nice having this big patio with like a little fire pit. There's a grill and a table. There's a nice spot for you to like grow some plants. But then actually inside, you can see we have a little living room here. There is no TV, but I didn't prioritize a TV. I figured they could just deal with it. I also made some really ugly tile choices on purpose. Like, this is disgusting. I despise this tile, but I felt like it was my duty to use it, and so I did. So we've got that in the bathroom. I think the dining room is super cute back here. Like, I love this table and chair combo. It's real nice. Is that not centered? My bad. That's my bad. Oops. Well, make sure when you download the house, you center the plant because it wasn't. The kitchen has a little table, although I don't know if your Sims will actually eat on this table. I think that this might make it so that they can't use the table, but that's probably fine because then they'll actually use this table instead. It's just decoration, you know? I feel like real life is the opposite of that. Like, you always use the kitchen table and then this one is just decoration, but like in The Sims, we want to use the formal dining room. So anyway, small kitchen, again with the awful tile. There's a little teeny office space too with a computer, a cheap old one, but it's still a computer. And then upstairs we've got another cheap old computer, which is good. I feel like you never can have too many computers in The Sims. Like, all your Sims need them for everything. We've got a full bathroom up here with a tub and shower. There's 2 kids' rooms. This is the one that I was talking about that was like a little bit too small. I didn't know how to put a bed in here because I wanted to have a nightstand, but there like wasn't enough space for a nightstand next to the bed. I didn't want to block the door, so like it's kind of weird, but I feel like it works. And if you've got a glass of water, you can just leave it on the floor. Your phone charging, just leave it on the floor. That's fine. This room's a little bit bigger, it feels like. It's just better laid out. It's the exact same shape, but like you don't have to worry about this door, so you can put things wherever you want. And then the master bedroom is also pretty small. Just one nightstand because the room was so small I didn't know where to put another one. But you know, it works. It works. Again, small house. Small house, small rooms. We did our best. Again, please follow SpringSims on YouTube and Twitch. You will love his content. I'll link it down below. And on that note, I am going to go. I'm sorry, and goodbye. The longer I look at the house, the more like sad I feel. I really didn't do a good job. I'm sorry. The outside, something about it is just off, but you aren't allowed to think that. Only I can think that. Please only say nice things to me. Thank you.